And we're back with Fallout 4.
Yes, I'm Sandman 99.
And I'm Rec B5.
And here we are once again at the Fens Sheriff's Department front office. Here to turn in
next stop, remind me to lube the leg bearings on my power armor.
to turn in, before Lily interrupted me, another job for Commander Delano. We had to go and kill an informant
You need
at
something?
the slog.
Oh, a chip and the handoff package? Huh, it must be Christmas in the Fens. Good work. Here's your bounty and the next target.
Oh, but you don't get extra for the handoff package.
You think I can get one of them fancy knives now? You think any of the others might be working for the Institute?
Off the record, I very much doubt it. Wiseman's crew's really smart. Officially, I can't discuss anything else. I made it clear when you began what this job entails. You read the file and took her out anyway. It's a little late to complain. The blades are given upon deputizing, so no. I've got this for you, though. We give them to the kids who behave themselves while we're in
It's
here.
a lollipop.
And it's stolen!
Yeah.
You're making quite a name for yourself back here. Next job is a synth verified by the doc's test. Guaranteed target. Here's the info.
Okay. Well, I guess we gotta do the routine again. We gotta talk to Lily, right?
Hey, what you need? What's the
Yep.
word? Give me a sec to read this. It says here we got a scavenging party that operates near Bunker Hill. One of them is a synth, reported by the other two. And shit, they even provided a sample for Babs to test, and he's a synth alright. That's a relief. Because I gotta tell you, that railroad safe house has me antsy about accidentally deactivating a human by mistake. And God forbid I didn't catch Ozzy in the act myself. I just can't even finish that sentence. Too upset over Ozzy. Retiring a human by mistake? Well, yeah, of course I'd feel bad if they weren't helping the Institute or the railroad. Well, who the hell else are we out here for? We both aired out our fair share of bad guys, but I ain't never blasted nobody that didn't have it coming. Says here they hang around Bunker Hill, moving up and down the road for shit to sell. They'll bring the mark to a house they use nearby.
Okay. Well, we could,
I know. Just, I can't stop thinking about Ozzy. Wiseman's gonna be heartbroken. I mean, can you imagine how he's gonna feel? They've been friends for 2 centuries. How could she do that?
oh well.
Yeah. Keep working.
Yeah. You can't say the fun option because it would probably piss Lily off.
Yeah, well, you know what? It looks to me like Lily likes this job a whole lot less than I do. But anyway, we'll pause briefly while we head outside.
Alrighty. And we're back. And sadly, I finished the milkshake that I was starting this episode with, but that loading screen was actually so long, I had an opportunity to go and grab myself a pop.
Yeah.
So we're drinking Pepsi Zero here, if you guys care. Or at least I am. You're drinking coffee. You always drink coffee.
Hey, that's what there is to drink. Okay, well, here we go. Shish Kebab Runner 5. I wonder how long these things are going to go on here. Because we have to wait for the Shish Kebab Runner quests, right?
Oh yeah, you're also gonna have to remember to put calling cards on raiders you kill.
Yeah. Maybe I'll start doing that even though I'm not getting some kind of a prompt to do so.
Yeah, I'd just start doing it. What the hell? Why not?
Yeah. Anyway, we're off to Bunker Hill, I guess. Once again, or to a house near Bunker Hill.
Yep.
I recognize that area. Actually, that area is kind of dangerous.
Well, I'm sure you'll be fine. You got Lily with you, and you got all your big fancy guns by now.
Yep. Yeah, by this time I'm just about the scariest monster in the Commonwealth. But you never know.
Yeah, well, you keep the Commonwealth clean, man.
Yeah.
Like there's hardly any raiders anymore. Even the random super mutant spawns are less frequent.
Yeah.
It used to be you couldn't swing a dead cat without hitting super mutants.
Well, it just seems like if you travel in a regular path in a regular area, overdrive just wore off again. Eventually, the random spawns seem to settle down, right?
Yep.
You got a lot to learn if you planned on being a scaver.
Well, at least she didn't get on you about picking up garbage.
Well, that is kind of what she was doing.
Yeah, but it's not like you're the trash man. You eat garbage, right?
Yeah. Well, we're almost there. Who's that up on the bridge there? I see some.
Raider? Raider? No, that doesn't look like a raider. Maybe it is. You're just too far away.
Gunners.
Ah, I guess just as bad.
Yeah. Well, you know, I can't really see this going well for them with Lily being Lily. And we do have to cross this bridge, so. Oh, he's going to try and... Oh!
I think maybe Lily started firing first there.
Oh, did she? Okay.
There was no conversation to be had.
There was no conversation to be had there. Wow, that hurt a little bit. Break action lasers, I made a little adjustment to them. The scatter type that spawn on gunners particularly.
Yeah, now they're actually useful now.
I tightened the spread on the laser beams up a little bit on the scatter version because just the way that they spawned on NPCs, the spread was so wide that quite often at that range they'd shoot at me and not even hit me.
Yep. Well, now they're fairly similar in accuracy to some the shotgun mod that you made too. Now, right?
Yeah, yeah. That there, I'd say they're actually oddly enough the way the guy who made the break action laser mod did it is he made the grip the thing that decided the spread.
What's happening?
So no grip was a very widespread, like sawed-off double-barreled shotgun kind of, and the short grip was kind of like the vanilla short double-barreled shotgun, and then the rifle stock was actually kind of like the vanilla long-barrel double-barreled shotgun. So I just adjusted those three things, so the spread was a little bit closer to the modified
All right, this is the place.
spread.
Should just be some scavers in there. If shit ain't right, just pull back. We can toss some grenades in the windows. After that intel on the railroad safe house, we could be walking into a super mutant town hall for all we know.
Yeah. Yeah, they haven't exactly been in the habit of telling us exactly what it is that we're running into, right?
Nope.
Okay, well, I guess I have to eat and drink now, right? So. Okay. Now we're ready to go in to the abandoned house. We'll quick save too. Just in case whatever's on the other side of the door kills us and we die instantly or something.
Look, all I'm saying is that we're missing something in the evolution here. There's a missing link.
And I say you're still talking semantics. How pointless can a conversation be?
He's got a point, Syl. I mean, have you actually ever seen a mutant?
That's what I'm saying. If you have super mutants, that implies the existence of not super mutants. And I ain't ever seen none. So, where did the super mutants come from? Were they regular mutants first that became super? Or superhumans that became mutants?
I cannot believe I've teamed up with you two. Couple of goddamn Rhodes Scholars, you know that?
Okay, that was interesting.
Yeah, that conversation made you lose brain cells.
Yeah, kind of.
But I'm gonna stand up and take your caps while y'all don't know I'm here.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that too. Oh look, a Sunset Sarsaparilla bottle.
Ah!
That's kind of rare out this way, I would think. Okay, well, that's enough of that for now. Let's just go up here and have a look at who was doing the talking. Wow, look at that. Okay.
Hey, you the guys from Diamond City?
The what?
I'm selling these fine leather
Your stock
jackets.
is running low and we're busy. Just move along then.
We were told there was a mechanical
Cute.
issue out here.
It's them.
Looks like it. Let's get this over with.
Get what over with?
There ain't no easy way to say this, Pat, but... You remember that time a few weeks ago? You blacked out and woke up next to the fire with us over you?
Yeah, what about it? Hasn't happened since.
The truth is, you didn't black out. You just don't remember what you did.
I take it that's the one? Make this fast.
Yeah, it doesn't know what it is, so be quick about it.
Someone clue me the fuck in here. What the hell are you guys talking about?
You're a synth, Pat. Or whatever your designation is. These guys are here for you.
What? What the hell are you talking about? I ain't no goddamn synth.
You are a synth, Patrick. You malfunctioned that night. You didn't pass out.
We've been scabbing together for years. That is not possible.
No, we scavved with Pat for years. You replaced him a few months ago. You changed somehow, and we had no idea what the fuck happened. We couldn't explain it until you went haywire. Then everything made sense. You ain't even Pat. You're a synth. For all we know, you killed the real Pat. And we liked the real Pat.
Wait, what happened when I passed out? What are you talking about?
This ain't fast, guys.
Just give us a second here.
You didn't pass out. You went into some sort of trance and started talking lines of code like you were reading them. We couldn't snap you out of it no matter what we did. You were talking code to thin air for 2 hours before you actually passed out.
What? Why didn't you say anything?
Because you're probably working for the Institute. Why the hell would we tip them off by telling you? They'd show up and kill us both.
But I can't be a synth.
Oh, you are. Working for them without even knowing it. Oh, hey, maybe you do know it, and are just that good at fooling everyone. Either way...
Uh-oh, I see an ethical quandary coming
no,
up
please.
here.
This can't be true. You're not here to...
It's true. You're a meat wagon. They even sent us a sample to test. And yeah, that's what we're here for.
You sent them a sample? You son of a bitch! That's what I get for being your friend for 15 years? Stabbed in the back? You just go and rat me out to Diamond City's brute squad so they can do the dirty work?
For all we know, stabbed in the back is what you did to the real Pat. Nobody knows where he's at. We're done here. Don't make this messy.
So that's it then, huh? This is where it ends? Just hire a gun to kill your friend and walk away?
Our friend's dead already. We don't know what the fuck you are.
Look, buddy, you ain't making this easier. Just back away from your pals and turn around. You won't feel a thing.
No, please. You can't. I didn't do anything wrong.
Then where's the real Pat?
But I didn't hurt nobody.
Come on, man, just stop. Please, this isn't helping.
No, I can't be a synth. I didn't do anything wrong.
All right, it's gonna be like this. Nothing personal, pal, but you don't belong here.
No, no, please.
Okay. What happened? Did Lily just shoot him?
I think you're a victim of script lag.
Oh.
We just gotta wait for him to fall down and die. She did shoot him. You
Yeah.
could shoot him again. Maybe she missed.
Okay, well. Nope, I can't shoot him. Oh.
No,
Yeah,
you
see,
can't shoot him.
I can't actually shoot him. I can shoot the wall over there.
Okay. You could throw a grenade.
Yeah, actually, I'm not really entirely too sure what to do here.
Talk to her.
Oh, I can't talk to her. Can't talk to Lily. Can't talk to him. Okay, something went wrong. Something went wrong.
Shall we pause and be right back?
We'll pause and be right back.
No need to hang around here with painful memories. I think we're gonna be moving on right away.
Well, the only thing you guys missed was they hate the job even more now. All Sandman did was walk out of the building and walk back in. It was totally just script lag.
Maybe you could turn him into a bird bath?
What?
Okay, well.
It's not like we had a choice. One day you're eating breakfast around the fire with what you think's your friend. Next minute, it's blowing your head off because it's short-circuited.
Look, we paid the sheriff's department in full already. We're just gonna get going now. We don't want to see this, whatever it was, no more.
Yeah. That's probably for the best. Stay safe out there, guys. So that wasn't what I thought it was gonna be. I don't know. I guess something a bit more cathartic? This is not what I signed up for. I guess so. Maybe I still need to process this.
Okay, well, guess we need to get the ship now. Well, he was in fact a synth.
4 words. Full body cavity search. Don't stop till you feel the back of their tonsils.
Okay, so what are we supposed to do now? Get the synth chip back to Commander Delano. So basically all we did in order to get things restarted is when we paused, I just went back outside, and then I came back inside, and that seemed to kind of reset everything and got apparently a script to run by the looks of it that we needed to have run.
Yeah, and then Lily started talking about how she hates the job even more, and they're talking about how it's done.
Yeah. So just a minor,
Oh, hey there.
minor hiccup there. Can I pick that up?
Yeah, it's just script lag. So at least it worked.
Yeah. Okay, we'll take some of this stuff, because some of the stuff in here is actually useful.
Ooh, idea. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Yeah.
I carry the caps. You carry the heavy, low-value guns we're gonna sell later. Then I carry the caps.
That's kind of what happens when you have a follower, right?
Yeah, kind of.
I guess the shoe's on the other foot now, eh?
Yep.
Wow, look at all those bottles. We need to collect those beer bottles so we can make beer.
Yeah, you got a whole bunch new beer recipes.
Yep, I'm just about finished the Cooking with Chef Perry mod, actually. I think the final touch was the little script that you wrote for the cooling unit.
Yeah, I wrote a script to make you a fridge that cools things and produces cool drinks.
That's right. But anyway, we'll get into that a little later. For now, we're going to have to pause while we go outside.
And we're back.
Yes. And I guess now we need to return the synth component to Commander Delano. And at least I don't feel so bad. I mean, that guy, obviously you had to feel a little bit sorry for him just because he didn't know what was going on. But I feel... Oh, shit. We're coming out... We're going the wrong way here. I feel a little bit less bad about it, the fact that he actually really was a synth.
Yep.
I'm hearing stuff.
I'm guessing this... Okay. We need to find our way back to civilization here. Okay. Yeah, I know where this comes out now.
It's difficult to navigate now that it's transitioned to almost nighttime.
Yep.
And
Well,
it's still foggier than shit, because it's Boston.
Well, it's getting dark out, so what I might do here is I might just stop in at the flop house here at Bunker Hill for the night, just so people don't have to put up with the extreme darkness.
Yeah, because for whatever reason, we find we get more video artifacts in our recordings when we record in the dark, so we try to avoid it.
Oh yeah.
For your guys' sake.
I need to talk to this guy here.
Hey there.
Need a roof over your head? Only place in town.
All right. Here's your money.
Stockton snores. You've been warned.
And of course I can't sleep on the mattress because it won't let me, but I can sleep on this couch now that I have paid the fee.
You have to pay a fee to sleep on the couch.
Yeah, actually you can't sleep on this couch because it shows up as being owned.
Oh god.
Unless you pay the fee, but if you pay the 10 caps, well then you can sleep on this couch.
Pay the 10 caps to be a sofa server.
That's funny, yeah. I can sleep on the couch, but if I tried to sleep on the mattress, I'd wake up after 5 hours. Being only partially rested, right?
Weird.
Yeah. Well, because of the
Yeah, because of
Bethesda's
survival, yeah.
because of the Bethesda's questionable decision about a person's ability to actually sleep on a mattress or in a sleeping bag, right?
I mean, I've slept on the floor and been just as comfy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what? When I grew up, my folks liked to go out camping.
Yep.
And so as a kid, I mean, that's pretty much, during spring and summer and even into fall, that's what we did pretty well every weekend because we lived in a small town and there were a lot of, like campgrounds and things like that, lakes and stuff like that near where we lived.
Yep.
Within an hour or two drive. And basically every Friday night, we'd pack up the little holiday trailer we had, and us kids, me and my sister and my folks, and off to the campground we'd go, right?
Yep, yep.
And we'd do, like the old man would get the baseball gloves out, and he'd throw a baseball at me, and that's why I used to be pretty good at playing baseball, actually, because when I was like 6 years old, my dad would basically throw a baseball at me from about 40 feet away, just about as hard as he could, and he expected me to catch it.
Yep.
And I did.
Oh, there you go, right?
Well, I mean, I wasn't very good at it at first, but after a while...
You learn quickly.
Even though he threw that ball hard enough to make my glove pop every single time, and it would actually, sometimes if I caught it wrong, it would sting the palm of my hand through my glove.
Yep.
But, boy, I could catch a baseball, and I could throw, too.
You just hold on to that garbage if it makes you feel better, champ.
Well, there you go. He gave you the gift that kept on giving in a way.
Yeah, because he would fire it at me real hard, and then he'd egg me on and get me to try and throw it back at him as hard as I could, too, right?
Nice.
So, yeah, and that was from, we started off, because until I got a stronger arm, till I was like 9 or 10 years old. By then, we were fairly far apart, like about as far apart as a couple of the bases in a baseball diamond would be, I suppose.
Yep, yep.
And, I mean, baseball wasn't an extremely popular organized sport where I lived. It was all about the hockey. But I did play pee-wee baseball a little bit, too, when I was a kid.
Nice.
At that age. And then later on, it was like softball, like what they call fastball around here. I guess that was like the popular adult sport.
Yep.
Hope you ain't one of them synths here to spy on me.
But anyway, we do a little bit of fishing every now and then, and you know, like sit around a fire and cook hot dogs, or you know, that kind of stuff.
Yep, yep.
Basically, it was just my folks' chance to be lazy for a weekend, I guess, and it got us kids out of the house and you know, like out doing outdoors type things, right?
Yeah, well, you know, I guess get outside and get happy, right?
Yeah. Gotta eat something again now. There, we'll eat a couple of those.
You read that article? In Public Occurrences? Damn synths could be anywhere.
The synth paranoia grabbing Diamond City.
Yeah. Well, obviously for good reason, though. I mean, look how many synths we've killed so far. I'm not really too sure how much further this is going to go, though. It sounds like Lily is starting to have second thoughts about the whole thing.
Yeah, she doesn't like the job so much anymore.
Yeah. Me, I don't really have so much of a problem with it, you know, like point gun at bad guys, pull trigger. But, you know, Lily seems to be having some difficulty with it.
Yep.
So long as the bad guys are actually bad guys, right?
Yep.
Anyway, we're going to go into the Fens Sheriff's Department again.
Too bad you don't have to bring their heads back.
Well, look at, see, the two heads that I brought back are still there, right?
Yep, yep.
Floating in midair. What did she say? I totally missed it.
I totally missed it too.
Hey.
So what's up?
Okay.
Sure.
I guess it wasn't anything. It was just one of her comments that she makes.
And we're back, and we actually had the recording software crash on us.
Yeah. Luckily, we didn't lose any of the episodes, so we'll have to do a little bit of fancy editing, but we should be fine.
Yeah.
So here we go. We're going to talk to Commander Delano.
And you're doing it in first person because it's easier to see through the bars.
Yes, because if she moves back and forth a bit in third person, sometimes I can get interrupted in my dialogue attempt because of the bars.
Yep.
Okay, I completed the contract.
I hope the last one didn't get too messy. This next one isn't so morally ambiguous. Seems Bunker Hill needs some help with a nasty synth raider. They got a policy of paying off raiders to keep the roads safe. Seems one of the raiders they pay off has been acting funny. Downright polite.
Really?
The polite raider.
The polite raider?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Hey, where are you going, Lily? We gotta talk to you, Lily.
Hey, point it out. What's happening?
Okay, well.
So according to this file, Kay over at Bunker Hill... Damn it! We were just there! I hate this piecemeal mission shit. Anyway, says here she thinks she's been seeing a lot of the meat wagon synths coming and going from there. I don't know it too well. She's got a kid, and living at Bunker Hill means they're always paying protection money, like a bunch of schlubs. Must be a pretty serious operation to stick a neck out like this to contact us. Now, we gotta schlep all the way back over to Bunker Hill. Come on.
Okay.
Back and forth and back and forth.
Back and forth, yep.
Bunker Hill, possessed by synth, oh, what did I call it?
Yeah. At least they're not calling me general and trying to pretend like I'm in charge.
It's time for you to deal with the synth paranoia at Bunker Hill, General.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll pause briefly while we go back outside.
All right. And we're back.
Yes, and on our way to Bunker Hill again.
Ah, well, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
In and out, and in and out, and in and out. The revolving door of Bunker Hill.
Well, we're going to stop briefly here at the Boston Red Rocket. Because we have to unload some stuff here. Because
Alright.
we picked up a whole bunch of junk in that last place. Okay.
That's okay. At least you didn't do any flower picking, you flower picker.
Well, I did pick up a fair amount of...
craftsmanship. There's a blank wall over there you can hammer on all day.
I love that.
Need something?
Okay. I'm just going to scrap those break action lasers because you can get a lot of stuff for scrapping them. If you have your scrapper perks, that is. Like, that's about it. The rest of it is just junk that I picked up. And, yeah. Okay. I think we're, oh, well, we got a little bit of stuff here we can drop off too. Some aid items. Ooh, look. I got Nuka-Cola Orange and Nuka Grape.
Nice.
Oh, you know what? I've got to do this. I've got to see if this works. Okay, here we go. Chef Perry's fridge.
Alright.
We're going to try and build one of Chef Perry's fridges. If I can find a place to put it.
There, right there, right? No, you can't.
Kind of full in here. Okay, that's fine. We'll put it out here, maybe. It's kind of full all over this whole settlement.
How about right here?
Right here, right there. That looks like a good
what the
place
hell?
to put it. Yeah. Okay, now Chef Perry's fridge is a completely self-contained unit that requires no power because you actually need nuclear material and one of those medical nitrogen dispenser things that you can find in hospitals and stuff.
Yep.
You carry
And so
the heavy,
what
low-value guns we're gonna
Chef
sell later,
Perry's
then.
fridge is supposed to do is we will look at here. We have a Nuka-Cola Orange. And it's a regular Nuka-Cola Orange that's warm. And we put it in Chef Perry's fridge, and it becomes an ice-cold Nuka-Cola Orange.
Nice.
And we put a regular Nuka-Cola in the fridge, it becomes an ice-cold Nuka-Cola. And you'll notice that ice-cold versions of some of these drinks are somewhat more effective, right?
Yep.
See, a regular Nuka-Cola will heal you 60 points, whereas an ice-cold one will heal you like more than double that.
Well, I know I sure as hell prefer a nice cold soda.
So we got a Nuka Grape here too, so we'll throw a Nuka Grape into the fridge. And look at that. It made no difference at all. But some of them though, I read up on this, and some of the ice-cold versions, because basically what this does is it only works with vanilla, regular and ice-cold items, right?
Yep.
So if it doesn't exist in the vanilla game, it won't work in this fridge, right? Like, for example, there is no such thing... I don't know if I've even got anything handy here.
Water?
Yeah. Okay, there is no such thing... Whoops, I just drank that. There is no such thing as an ice-cold purified water in the vanilla game, right?
Yep.
So what happens is if I put a purified water into the fridge, it just stays as a purified water.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't do anything. It's basically just a non-respawning container. So if I left that new purified water there and went away for 2 weeks, and if I came back, it would still be there.
Yeah, and so if you store a couple of shotguns and
yeah,
a bunch
exactly.
of Raider heads in the fridge.
Yeah. They'll still be there when you come back. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of show that off because that was the crowning achievement, the final touch to the Cooking with Chef Perry mod.
Nice.
because you can make all your beer cold, you can make all your Nuka drinks cold. It also works with the Vim drinks, like from Far Harbor.
Yep.
But any mod added items, well, it doesn't have any effect. I just use this model, right? Like, as I don't make models, so I just use the existing model, and I made it into a non-respawning container, and I made a crafting recipe in the workshop bench, or menu, so that you could make it. And then I got you to write the script to turn basically what you did, the way you wrote it, is that it substitutes a regular Nuka-Cola, for example, for an ice-cold Nuka-Cola. So
that's right.
Essentially what it does, when you put the Nuka-Cola into the container, the script causes the Nuka-Cola to be removed and replaced by an ice-cold version.
Instantly,
Yeah. Instantly. So there you go. Instant cooling.
Yes, if you guys want the nerdy details, basically I had Sandman create two, what are they called? Form lists?
Yes, they're called form lists.
And one of them had a list of all the warm drinks on it in a certain specified order, and then the other had a list of all the cold drinks on it in a specified order, and they both match in terms of their indices. And so when I cycle through the list and I find, say, a particular drink is specified and sent at a particular index in one list, I can just swap it with the cold version of the drink from the other list.
Yeah, so in other words, if I'd have screwed up and staggered everything by one, well then we'd put a Nuka-Cola into the freezer and get an ice-cold Nuka grape or something back instead, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
But because you did it right, then it's not a problem. Yeah, it's not really like a terribly robust or crazy script or anything. It's like dead simple.
Yeah, it's pretty short too. I was surprised at how few lines of text you had to write in order to make that.
Yeah, but hey, you know what? It works.
So anyway, at some point, I'm just going to do a little more testing on it, but in gameplay testing.
Yep.
But if everything seems to be working well, then I'll eventually release this one up to the Nexus just because it's fun.
Right on.
And cooking with Chef Perry. And that's because one of my favorite radio skits from about 20-some years ago or longer, they used to be like little 2 or 3 minute skits that would play on the local radio station every now and then, a couple of times a day, called Quick Food Tips with Chef Perry. And it was my favorite one. It made me laugh out loud more than once. And, basically Chef Perry was a rude, crude, drunken idiot that for some reason got a cooking show even though he has no idea how to cook at all. And, of course, half the time you'd hear all his buddies, like, laughing and giggling hysterically in the background because he's so dumb that it's funny, right? Uh-oh, what's going on here?
I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. He's been dead too long. And that head injury, it's just too serious.
I know, Kay. I knew it the moment I saw him. I just couldn't give up without trying. I don't know what we're gonna do without him.
Hey, Kay. Long time no... Oh. What's going on?
Give me a few minutes here, Lily. Be right there.
Hey. You okay?
No, don't touch me. Stay away from us.
Hey. Hey. We're not like that. What's going on here?
Sorry. You scared me. I thought you might be the ones who killed him.
What are you talking about? What happened?
Raiders. My husband's friends said they killed him. It wasn't far from here. I was just scared.
Raiders? What?
We went outside the walls to get his body. Thought maybe you followed us. They killed him right over there.
You mean... that's your husband? He had a family?
I hate raiders. They killed my daddy.
I know, baby. I know.
Isn't that the guy that Lily shot?
Just give Mommy another minute. He was an honest
in the
scabber.
previous job?
Out with his 2 friends trying to find stuff to sell.
Oh, yeah, it is. There you go.
Raiders barely got away with their lives. He was a good man. Cared about us. He didn't deserve this. Please, be careful when you leave. They're still out there somewhere.
No. No. That's not right. That's... What the fuck, man? What happened? No, 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 no! No!
Is she okay? What's happening?
Mommy, she's scaring me.
This wasn't supposed to happen. What did I... no! 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 Oh, God, please, no!
Please, you're scaring us. Just go away.
Where's the sheriff? I need the sheriff.
You might want to...
Okay. Where did she go?
I think she ran off.
Yeah. Scar tissue. Find Lily. Okay. Well, okay.
She did start running off just over to that direction.
Yeah, she went this way, but I don't know. If I turn all these other things off and just leave that on, I've got to go that way.
All right.
Okay. So, yeah. Well, basically, she's heading back toward Diamond City by the looks of it.
No, that's where the sheriff would be.
Yep. Okay, well, I guess that's where we'll go. That was a rather unexpected turn of events. So, what was the original job anyway?
I think the original job was kill a polite raider. A very polite raider.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Except that they were actually talking about us. Right? It's just that those two people, after we shot that guy, covered their asses by claiming that he was killed by raiders, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. And I mean, he was a synth, but still, you know, I think that we've already kind of established that not all synths are bad, right? Or at least in previous experience outside of the Fens Sheriff's Department.
Yeah, that's true. There's that one random encounter where that guy, oh, I can't remember what the hell.
Yeah,
You know
the two guys with the who are about to shoot the guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but there's also, like, I've done some reading on this, and it may not come as a surprise to anybody, but actually, I think that Sturgis is a synth.
Oh?
Yeah. There's quite a few people in the world who are synths that no one knows about, right? But they aren't necessarily all up to no good, right?
Yeah.
That being said, though, like, it seems like every group of raiders that I've encountered since I installed the FSD mod, at least one of them is a synth. Like, after I kill them all and I loot their bodies, I find a synth component on one.
Yep.
And the same with pretty well every other faction that contains humans, right? You know, gunners, you know, any other Rust Devils, you know.
Yep.
I imagine that the sheriff's going to be really mad, too.
Yeah, probably.
This could be why she didn't want Lily to take the job to begin with. It wasn't because she was worried for her safety, it was because she was worried for her mental health or something, right?
Probably.
Because so far, I mean, yeah, it's gotten a little dark a couple of times, but so far, at least, we haven't done anything that particularly bothered me. You know?
Yep.
Although, I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit hardened or something. I have no idea. Maybe I should be bothered by the fact that we just shot a guy who was a synth who had replaced the daddy in the family kind of thing, right?
Well, it's a morally ambiguous situation, right?
Yeah, well, it became a lot more morally ambiguous than it was when we first got the job, right?
Well, but we also know that the guy was malfunctioning too, right? And who knows what the hell else would go on.
Yeah.
Right? You could go what ifs forever and ever, right?
Yeah. Basically, I'm just doing a job. If it wasn't me, it would be someone else.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's a way to look at it.
Although in that particular one, I don't feel too bad either because I'm actually not the one who shot the guy, right?
Yeah, well, there you go. You made Lily do your dirty work.
Actually, I didn't have a chance to shoot him. She shot him before I even...
Yeah, she shot him anyway.
Yeah.
You're bothering me.
Is that a pit boy? Give my left arm for one of those.
Okay, well. That was a bit of back and forth traveling.
Yeah, and then you'll end up going back to Bunker Hill.
Yeah, I don't know. We're probably still... Well, I don't know, although that job is probably a moot point since we were actually hunting ourselves, right?
Well, were you hunting yourselves, though? Do you think that's
sounded,
what it was?
Yeah, it certainly sounded to me like it was. Unless they... Oh, yeah, well, they said that a raider showed up to collect protection money or something.
Yeah, but he was, like, super-duper polite.
Yeah.
So I think you're not hunting yourselves, but they thought that you did it.
Oh.
They thought that you were the raiders.
Oh, okay.
For some reason or something.
Okay. Maybe I was just being confused then. But anyway... Oh, okay.
And the door says no.
Auto closing doors, yep. Completed, find Lily.
Sheriff?
Yes, Lily, what is it?
Should you talk to Lily, or is she just gonna do her thing?
I think we're supposed to just kind of stand back and let her phase into the wall there.
I don't think that's how that's supposed to work.
Yeah. Oh dear. Lily. 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 Uh-oh.
I think it's time to go back out and come back in.
Yeah, I think we'll have to go back out and come back in because it looks to me like...
And the auto closing doors to top it all off.
The auto closing doors. All right. We'll see if this will sort itself out. So we'll pause briefly.
All right. Okay, well, it looks like it completed a dialogue of some kind, and we're sitting out here with Lily outside of her armor.
Yeah.
Hey.
Shoot! Here. I wish I had more to give you, but you have a nasty habit of keeping all the caps in good gear.
Oh, God.
Okay. Well, looks like,
Sure.
Okay, so let's have a look at the thing here. Lily has asked you to go with her to the Atom Cat garage. Okay.
I don't know, maybe we should reload and see if we can get that cutscene to work.
Yeah, maybe we will. We'll pause.
Alright, and we're gonna see if we can get this to work now.
Yeah. Well, there's a marker right there.
Yeah, and stand between Lily and the wall.
What is it?
Let's see if this works. Maybe.
Uh-oh, I don't like the looks of this.
Oh, rip.
Well.
Alright, maybe we can get console Lily out of the wall, so we'll pause and be right back.
Lily.
Oh God, Sheriff,
We got her out.
I lied to you, and I asked Luna to lie, and then Ozzy, I did something, and...
Calm down, Lily. It's okay. I think I know what this is about.
But I...
Sit down and take some deep breaths.
Uh-huh. Okay. Sheriff, I have something I need to tell you.
First, did anyone hurt you?
No, it's worse than that. Much worse.
This is about the synth hunter contracts you two did a poor job of hiding from me, isn't it?
Oh God, Sheriff. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You knew the whole time, didn't you? How?
Maybe when Delano told me your friend showed up only the next day wanting to take the job I wouldn't give to you. Or maybe when Luna handed me the bag of railroad holotapes and told me everything about how you took the job and wanted her to lie to me.
I'm so stupid. And I killed this synth and he...
Take a deep breath. Say it slow.
He had... Oh God, I'm a monster. His family has nobody now and I can't take it back.
We can't take anything back in this business.
You knew this was gonna happen, didn't you?
Delano asked me what I wanted her to do about it. I told her that you needed to learn on your own. Just keep you away from the Institute. I knew when I wasn't going to be able to stop you. I'd hoped you'd stop yourself.
But I didn't. I killed him. And then his wife came for his body and his kids. Oh God.
Oh, my little Lily. You did a lot of growing up today, didn't you? My tough little girl. You've come a long way from the kid that used to follow me around Diamond City and copy everything I did. There's more jobs to run, but you're not running them anymore, are you?
No. Never again. I hate the Institute. But this? I can't do this.
So, before I say anything, remember that you did indeed stop yourself, like I hoped you would.
But it's already done. I can't take it back. I can't take any of them back.
You're right. Raiders and Gunners, super mutants, the Coursers, and ones that know what they are. Those bodies aren't so hard to step over.
I know you've done it before, Sheriff. Everyone hears the stories about what happens to meat wagons you catch in the fens they're never seen again.
It's true. They never leave here. They could be recording everything for the Institute. Or a walking bomb and never even know it.
How do you go on? How do you do it when they're begging?
To be frank, they never see it coming. It's the least we can do. But I know you mean my conscience. I suppose I was fortunate in a sense.
What do you mean? What happened?
The Brotherhood inures their cadets to violence as part of the curriculum. I had killed my first captive raider by 7. They put him in a cage and made me shoot him while he begged for his life. He didn't deserve to live, but no child deserves to be made to kill. That was only the first class of the semester that year.
But how do you...
Scar tissue. That's what my mentor in the Brotherhood called it. When you wound your soul, it heals with scar tissue like any other part of you. Harder, rigid, more resistant to damage. He believed the Brotherhood's scar tissue was keeping it from recognizing the pain of the capital's people. That we had seen so much violence, done so much looting and sometimes killing, that we saw nothing wrong with the people's suffering. We didn't see how they could possibly be of use, so we discarded them and turned a deaf ear to their pain. He worked very hard to change that, but his ideology was ultimately pushed aside for a more selfish one.
So you saying I have to get used to it?
I'm saying the opposite, Lily. Getting used to it is not something you ever want. This thing you came to me for, how to not feel this guilt? There's no magic fix. There's no fix at all. And it's not a place I want you to be. It would be worse if you didn't feel anything. I would have failed you. You would be like me, or the lieutenants, or Oaks. Those tears on your face right now, they mean you aren't a monster. It's not too late.
You really think so?
I know so, Lily. You don't want to hear it. But part of what you might need is going back to face that family. To tell them the entire truth.
I know. I want to. I will. Make me feel better. Even if it made me feel worse. If that makes any sense.
It makes perfect sense, Lily.
Sheriff? What did you mean by you would be failing me?
Look, when you're born into the Brotherhood, there's certain things that are decided for you. Things you don't get a say in. And One of the things that was decided for me is, well, I wanted a... It's complicated, Lily. I didn't get to...
It's okay, Sheriff. Crenshaw told me the other day. Is it true? Just tell me that.
Yes, Lily, it's true. You... I consider you my... Excuse me. This is very difficult for me, Lily.
I hoped it was. So much. I love you too, Sheriff. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to say it back. I feel the same way. I know now. I know. I've been wanting to say something else, Sheriff.
What is it?
You remember that day I brought Luna and McGilly here?
How could I forget? I hadn't seen you in months and months. Then you came into the Yellow Zone in your own T-60. You were maybe 14 years old at most. Spears told me later you had to tie blocks to your feet so you could stand in the power armor frame. You were still very angry at me for not deputizing you and Zeke. You told me to burn in hell, among other anatomically difficult things. You wanted to hurt me that day with your words. They did, Lily. I thought I had lost you for good.
I didn't mean any of it. I cried all the way back to the Atom Cats. I'm so sorry I said that to you. I didn't want to leave, but I get so mad.
I wish you had stayed too. We would have had 2 more years together. But we are both stubborn. All we have is now. Will you be okay?
No. Yes. I think so. I don't know. This is one of the worst days of my life, and now it's one of the best. But they're both still with me. I don't know how to feel. I think I'll just cry myself to sleep tonight.
Maybe that's what you need. Why don't you come find me later when you're alone? We can have a couple of shots. We've got a lot to talk about.
Okay, I will. Thank you, Sheriff, for everything. No more synth hunting. I can't do it anymore. I appreciate you helping me, but it's more than I can handle. We'll have to find another way to help. But first, there's something I need to take care of at the Atom Cat garage. You'll see when we get there.
Alright, well I guess that's where you're going now.
Okay.
Now, see, that was a good idea to go and get this cutscene back. We wouldn't have known what the hell was going on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, that console command that we used, basically what we did is we got Lily's ID number by looking at her in the console, and then using the move to player command to get her out of the wall.
Yep.
And that was enough to get her back in here where she belonged to get the dialogue started.
Now, we did screw around with the TCL command a little bit, and hopefully that hasn't caused a little bit of bugginess.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Hey.
Shoot!
Hey there.
Delano normally keeps these at a window.
Another one.
Yeah, I'm getting quite a collection of them now, eh? Okay. Okay, back. Back.
Okay.
So do I have to tell her to follow me then?
Come on.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm going to assume then if I head outside that
Yo, you gotta get from point A to point B anyways, so I guess we'll know for sure.
Well, we're going to find out what the food value of these stolen lollipops is, too. There, look at that, see? You eat 2 stolen lollipops and it's just like having a meal. And we also need to have a drink of water while we're at this, too. There. So I guess what we'll do is we'll head back outside and see if Lily shows up and follows us here.
And if she's totally in, her armor and everything.
Yeah. So we'll pause briefly while we go back outside.
All right.
Thing in your nostrils is shit. Literal shit. And trash. Literally. They didn't know how to use brooms when I was a kid, neither. Don't even get me started on the toilet paper.
Oh, God.
Okay, well, looks like she,
oh, she fell off.
That's okay. She's wearing power armor. She'll be fine. Oh, look. There's Lieutenant Harkins. Okay. Well, I guess we're on our way to the Adam Katz garage. And, what are we looking at for time there, RecV5X?
Well, we're closing in on an hour here, I do think.
Okay. Well, maybe what we'll do is we'll get almost out of Diamond City. And then we'll call it an episode, because hopefully things should be functioning okay. It looks like Lily is following us. Except for whatever that was.
Well, as as companions ever follow people in this game.
Yeah. But anyway, I guess we are done with synth hunting now for a while.
Yep, synth hunting's a no-go anymore.
Yeah. But anyway, we learned a little bit about the sheriff today.
Yep.
Yeah. As well as a bit more about Lily. It appears that she's a lot younger than I thought. Because if she rescued Luna when she was 14 years old, and the sheriff said they lost a couple of years, like, she's not... I don't think she's 20 years old yet.
No? Don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Well.
Shoot.
But anyway, we will call it an episode here, because it looks like we managed to get things going and get through a couple of little bumps.
All right.
So, until the next time,
I'm RecV5.
and I'm
Nice to be able to stretch
Sandman99.
my legs
Have a
again.
good one.
I was